If you've ever tried to purchase any type of insurance here in Canada, you will probably find that there are a number of different multi-level marketing companies and advisors and friends and family members that will try and chase you down to sell you some type of product. And you might be wondering, why are there so many multi-level marketing companies in the insurance industry? And in this video, I'm going to explain exactly why there are so many in the insurance industry, and also some very common problems and very important things for you to look out for so you do not get ripped off buying some type of product from these individuals. What is up, guys? For those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Philip Setter. I'm the founder and CEO of Affinity Life, which is an online life insurance platform where we've helped hundreds of Canadians find the right life insurance coverage at the right price, all from the comfort of their own home. If that sounds interesting, I'll drop a link in the description below and you can check it out. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so like I mentioned, if you go and test this out, if you go on Facebook and you just put a post on Facebook says, hey, I'm looking for life insurance quotes, or you would put it on LinkedIn, or you put it anywhere on social media, put it on Instagram, you'll find dozens of advisors that will start inviting you to their opportunity night on Thursday night, come at 6 o'clock, or they'll say, absolutely. You'll find there's hundreds of advisors that are desperately trying to get business in this industry. And, more often than not, you'll find they are with some type of multi-level marketing company, whether that be World Financial Group or Primerica or Experior or Great Wave Financial, just one of the MLMs that we have here in Canada. And you'll start to think is this how insurance is sold? Is it mostly MLMs that are selling insurance? And I'm going to explain here why there's so many individuals that are selling insurance under an MLM model. Okay, so let's actually just talk about the structure of multi-level marketing in general. And by the way, this isn't an anti-MLM channel or a pro-MLM channel by any means. If you are interested in more multi-level marketing content, there's a great channel and I'll link it in the description somewhere. It's called Always Marco. He does a ton of videos and he's actually based in Alberta as well. You can go check that out. But we need to understand the structure of MLMs as well as how they build their companies to understand why there's so many insurance advisors trying to sell you a product. So the way that an MLM works is very simple. You have the guy that starts the company, and then he's going to go out and he's going to recruit a bunch of different people that are then going to go out and recruit a bunch of different people that recruit more and more and more people. And you go down this list of essentially building a company based on the recruits. And now the premise with insurance is this, and this is the problem with multi-level marketing, specifically in insurance, because we're dealing with financial products that should be very deeply understood, and sold to clients correctly. However, with MLMs, there's a massive emphasis on recruiting over actually selling. There's more money to be made recruiting and building big teams and building overrides on those big teams than there are with you just as an individual coming in and selling. What I mean by that, let's say you wanted to get started in the insurance industry. Well, if you come to a brokerage or you start as an independent insurance broker, then you're going to get a very high contract. What I mean by that is you're going to get paid a lot for your sales. So you're incentivized to make sales. You're incentivized to help clients with products. However, in MLMs, specifically insurance MLMs, the way that they design it is you actually get paid way less than if you were just out on your own selling life insurance under, a brokerage or an MGA or something like that. And so where are you incentivized to make money? Well, you're incentivized by building a team and making overrides off those people and then having them build a team and having them build a team. And so what you'll find is you'll have people in these MLMs that are way more focused on recruiting and just getting people under them and in their downline than they are on actually understanding the fundamentals of how products work and just selling products to clients. Now, the way that it works with insurance is, brilliant if you think about it, but pretty sleazy from a sales point of view if you also think about it. So here's what they do. You will have someone, let's say they're an upline, let's say they're in the company, whatever it is, and they want to build their team, they want to bring some people and they want to make some money. So what they'll do is they'll recruit someone and say, why don't you join my opportunity? And then in that process, they'll say, well, if you want to be part of this company, you should be a firm believer in the products of this company. So why don't we sell you one of the products? That's the first sale. So then all of a sudden, you haven't made any clear need for life insurance or any other types of insurance. However, you've recruited them in, and now your need for that is you need to believe in the company's products. So now you've got your first sale. So you're selling to someone who may need some type of life insurance, but they may not. And that's where the positioning of buying life insurance as an investment, quote unquote, comes in, is because that can be sold to anybody. Whereas life insurance strictly for the need of life insurance, usually is only sold to families that have, a wife or a husband, they have a partner, they have somebody that relies upon them financially, they have children, they have aging parents. That's usually what the need for life insurance is. Now you go on this other side with permanent life insurance, you can sell that to quote unquote anyone as an investment, which if you followed my channel for any amount of time, you'll know that I don't agree with for the majority of Canadians, but it is sold all the time in these companies because they really need to justify the sale of their products. Now, it goes a step further than that because once they sell that recruit that comes into the business, now they're going to say to that recruit, hey, the first step that you should do is you should bring your friends and family in here and we should try and sell to them. And of course, they want to support you. Don't they want you to be successful? Like, doesn't your mom want you to be successful? Doesn't your dad want you to be successful? Doesn't your friends and family want you to be successful? And then in doing so, they're able to sneak their way into the warm market of this recruit and position sales not necessarily always as insurance sales, but as why don't you buy this product to help your son, help your daughter, help your friend, help your sister, help your brother, help them come into the business. And so what I find a lot of the times is you'll have clients being sold policies that are not in their best interest or they didn't need the policy in the first place. So that is one of the biggest problems that I have with MLMs and insurance in that space. However, it does go deeper than just that. It's fine if you sell to your warm market. Here's the thing. If your mom or your dad needs insurance, it's fine. I mean, they can get insurance. There's more problems than that though, okay? And here's the biggest problems that I have with it. MLMs in the insurance industry and just in general for that matter, but specifically in the insurance industry where it matters so much, they are focused on recruiting. They're not focused on education. That is a byproduct. That's just something they have to do. It's not something they want to focus on. Pardon me. MLMs make their money from recruiting, building teams, selling to their warm market, selling to the individuals that join the company, having those people leave, recruiting more people, selling to them, selling to the warm market, having them leave. Recruiting, sell, recruiting, sell. This is the tumultuous cycle that all MLMs go through where they chew through the bottom of the pyramid and continuously recruit more and more people and sell to those individuals. And so what you will have is companies that are selling complicated financial products that they don't understand to people that trust in them and the company. This, in my opinion, is one of the biggest problems. Here's the thing. MLMs that are selling, a skincare, a lotion or something like that, there's no financial harm. Yeah, they're, bad companies and they're trying to rip off people by getting them to join and pay a huge amount of fees. However, there's not much they have to learn. It's just a lotion. You sell the lotion, you put it on your skin. Does it work? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Could you get it cheaper at Walmart? Probably, but it doesn't matter. It's not a complicated product. However, MLMs that are working in the financial space, selling complicated financial products to advisors is a recipe for disaster because companies that are involved in the MLM space will focus on recruiting over education. And that's why if you ask any broker that's been in the industry for a good amount of time, like 10 years plus, they will tell you dozens and dozens and dozens of stories about how clients got sold improper products. They wasted a ton of money. They got ripped off. They lost it all. And now they just wasted money and they made wasted a ton of money, and made a bunch of mistakes that could cost them a lot of their retirement goals, a lot of their saving goals, a lot of their investment goals, and just causes a lot of financial problems in their life. And a lot of this also just comes down to the time in the business. Here's the thing. It takes a lot of time to learn the fundamentals of how the entire financial industry works and learn how insurance works, learn how whole life works and universal life insurance works and retirement planning and TFSAs and RSPs. Here's the thing. Most advisors that join an MLM and start in the industry will stay in it 1 to 2 years. They'll try and recruit. They'll try and make some money. They'll sell it to themselves. They'll sell it to their friends and family. And then they'll find, hey, this is a really hard industry. And they'll quit. And so what you have is most of the time, you're getting advice from someone who's been in the industry for a few years. And I'm sorry, but you need to spend some time in the industry to actually learn it. So if you're actually considering working with any individual in an MLM for insurance, ask them how long they've been in the industry, and then also ask them how much time they actually spend on education versus recruiting. They have a massive team. There's a good chance they're probably not even selling, because why would they personally sell if they make so much money on their downline and people selling under them? So with that being said, here's 3 things to watch out for if you are considering working with an MLM to get get your life insurance or any type of insurance needs met. Number one, be very, very, very careful if any of these MLMs are pitching you some type of invest in life insurance strategy, whether it's whole life insurance or universal life insurance. Here's the thing, that type of strategy can be incredibly complicated. There's so many variables that you need to consider when choosing that, when you're buying a permanent life insurance policy for the intent of leveraging it and borrowing from it later in life. And I made a bunch of other videos on this channel. I made one specifically where I compared it apples to apples to an RRSP, and the RRSP clearly wins. So if you're interested in investing, don't invest in life insurance, invest in an RRSP and get some investments in there, or a TFSA, get some investments in there, or pay off your high interest credit card debt. In my opinion, no one under $80,000 in Canada should be looking at this strategy. If you already have RRSP or you haven't maxed out your RRSP, you haven't maxed out your TFSA, you still have some of those things like high interest credit card debt, you need to get that taken care of first. If you are a high income earner, you could look at this strategy, but there's many variables to consider. And here's the caveat. You want to work with an advisor that you know is going to be in the business long term. You want them to be there in 10, 20, or 30 years when you actually need to use this type of strategy and borrow from it and manage all the different variables that come along with it. And if you're buying this from someone who's been in the industry for like a year, 2 years, or 3 years, I'm sorry, there is a high chance and a very good probability they're going to be out of the industry. So watch out for that. If you're buying like critical illness, term life insurance, disability, sure, why not? If you're looking at some type of big whole life or universal life strategy, I would definitely think twice and really grill them on whether or not they're going to be the industry long term and they have the education to back this type of planning. Number two to be aware of, Primerica in general, just don't. Sorry. They're a terrible company. I'm going to say it. They're a terrible company. Their mantra is buy term, invest the difference. And their term life insurance is the most expensive term life insurance you can get in Canada. Just go to www.winquote.net and look up all the different companies. That's a public website. There's no advisors on there. You can look up different insurance companies across Canada. Look where Primerica is. They're at the bottom. They're the most expensive. Just skip them altogether. Don't even bother working with them. And number three, to be very careful of, don't get recruited. Here's the thing. If you actually want to pursue a career in financial services, whether that be investing or insurance or both of them together, doesn't matter. There's way better ways to do it than joining an MLM. MLMs will focus on recruiting and they will put all the emphasis on you trying to get your friends and your family joined in this business, and they're not going to train you as well on the products, and they're not going to have an emphasis on actually servicing the clients. So if you actually want to have a career in this industry, join a reputable brokerage or look out and try and become an independent broker. Look for other companies in education and training. There's so many better ways to do it than joining an MLM. Go out as an independent and actually build a practice that serves the needs of clients and doesn't focus on recruiting. So you say, Philip, this sounds great, but what am I supposed to do? I need to buy some insurance. Here's the thing. There's way better alternatives if you need to buy any type of product. I mean, one, you can come over to our company, Affinity Life, and get quotes from us online and apply online. But I'm trying to be objective and unbiased in this video. So here's another great resource for you to go to. If you just go to Facebook and you type in Life Insurance Canada, there's a Facebook group on Facebook. It's got like 4,000 members. And I would say probably 80 to 85% of the members there are actual serious insurance brokers that have been in the industry for 10 years plus. They're all independent. Like, I wouldn't say all of them are not involved in an MLM, but the vast majority of them are not involved in an MLM, probably 80 to 85%, like I mentioned. They're all really good people. If you pose what you need, you're going to get a whole bunch of people message you. However, you're going to be able to filter from all these different individuals and actually just ask them some questions. What is their company structure? Are they an MLM? How long have they been in the industry? Do they have any biases when it comes to products? And at the end of the day, who do you like best and who do you want to work with to service your life insurance needs or whatever insurance you're looking for the long term? So with all that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys have any questions, comments, just drop them below. And if you guys are enjoying this content, all I ask is that you give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.